Welcome everyone to our YouTube channel. This is Sanika Mate, your friend, your mentor, and guide, welcoming everyone to the Campus Insider series. We are in the season 3, and we have covered almost 15 to 20 plus universities, institutes, colleges, and more than that, programs as well. Again, if you have been following the Campus Insider series, you would be coming across with a lot of new programs. Okay, last year, there was a lot of new programs which were launched. A lot of IIMs launched, their programs, and one such IIM is the IIM Shillong. And in the series here of Campus Insider, we are now mapping the journey with IIM Shillong for their IPM program. All the students and parents who are currently watching this particular episode, I am sure there is a dilemma which IIM to actually go ahead with. My conversation with the students here who are pursuing their first year with IIM Shillong hopefully gives you an understanding, hopefully provides you with a clarity of which path to take if you are kind of finding yourself in the dharam sankat, which is a good dharam sankat, which is Indore or Shillong, Rohtak or Shillong, Jammu, Bodh Gaya or Shillong. Any option. If you really looking at Shillong or want to convince yourself or your parents, this is the episode you really need to watch. Okay, so today I have 4 boys with me who are currently pursuing their the first year of the IIM Shillong IPM program, and I have Arnav here Pathak, Mantavya Rajpurohit, Rishwant Subramanyam, and Siddharth Agarwal. All these 4 lovely students have been kind enough to take out time and do this particular session for us. And I will be asking them about everything which would matter to you. All right, starting from the campus life to academics to, to the whole overall experience, what they are ideally experiencing there. Okay, so without any further ado, let's understand who our panelists are today, starting with Arnav. Arnav, can you please introduce yourself?
Sure, ma'am. Okay, so first of all, hello everyone. My name is Arnav Pathak. I'm from Pune, Maharashtra. I did my schooling and my high schooling in Symbiosis School, Pune. I come from the PCM background. My hobbies include photography, trekking, and overall some adventure activities. And I chose IIM Shillong because of the kind of brand value that it offers over any other college that is there. Offering this particular course is simply unparalleled.
Lovely. But there is something out of curiosity I wanted to ask you, Arnav. What was what was the choices you had and you opted for Shillong?
Okay, so you mean the IIMs I converted?
Yes, IIMs you converted and eventually, you had the buffet of options, what I know of. Why
Yeah.
you picked up Shillong. So what was the buffet? What were the choices?
Sure, ma'am. So first of all, the IIMs which I converted were IIM Rohtak, Ranchi, IIFT Kakinada, and then obviously IIM Shillong. So comparing all of these IIMs very objectively, and obviously the IIFT, when you look at the kind of brand value and the kind of course structure that Shillong is offering, it is very unique. Okay, because Shillong, uh, all the other IIMs are giving you, along with Shillong, an option to exit after 3 years. Shillong, on the other hand, offers you an option to exit after 3 years with a BBA, or after 3 years, giving you a BBA honors. So, in case that someone wants to give CAT, which I do want to do, that gives them 1 extra year to prepare and just give it their best. Okay. Also, one more thing about IIM Shillong is that in the 4th year, that is the first year of the PGB batch, that is the MBA batch that we will be joining, the course structure that we have been offered is completely different, not only to any other IIM, but also to the current PGB batch, which is there here in Shillong. Because the options that we have when we enter our 4th year, first option is that we can join our own startup, which will be mentored by the IIM Shillong professors. We have an incubation center over here as well. Second of all, we can join a different startup, work over there, gain experience for 1 year. Third would be we can actually work in the industry. Another option is that we can go abroad, uh, uh, you know, from one of the college's exchange programs And obviously, the last option is to integrate with the existing PGP batch. Now, when you are presented with this kind of options in a 5-year course, and the kind of exposure that this will give you, uh, I find that opportunity cost to be far higher than any other college that is offering the same.
Absolutely makes sense there. And that's quite a flexibility for, there is something for someone, okay, at any given point in
Absolutely.
time.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So next in line, we have Mantavya Rajpurohit. Mantavya, can you please introduce yourself?
Sure, ma'am. Hello, everyone. I am Madhya Rajpurohit from Rajasthan. I have completed my 10th from Vadodara, Gujarat, and I have completed my 12th from Commerce plus Math background from Bhopal with 90% in my boards. My hobbies are to play sports like lawn tennis, cricket, and also analyze marketing strategies of firm. And I chose IPM Shillong because the course it provides firstly would be the subjects it provides. It has each subject you would like to know the first year in any college. It consists of economics, mathematics, fundamentals of management, as well as marketing and other two credit courses. So this was a big opportunity for me. As Arnav said, that after fourth year we have options go as an apprenticeship startup or go abroad. I have a feeling that I would be an entrepreneur someday. So that would be a very good thing for me that I can try to start things up here. I would be able to build a network here. And the bad side is only 46 at Shillong compared to Rohtak or Kozhikode. So it would be more personalized. The studies would be more personalized. It would be very good for us that we are getting focus and it would help in peer-to-peer learning.
Makes sense. All right. Next we have Rishwant Subramaniam. Rishwant, can you please, take a moment and introduce yourself to our students and parents?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rishwan Subramaniam. I'm from Chennai, and I did my 10th standard and 12th standard in Chennai in Omega International School. In 10th standard, I got 94%, and in 12th standard, I was the school topper in my stream. I took commerce stream, and I got 98% in 12th. My hobbies include playing cricket, basketball, billiards, and reading books, both fiction and non-fiction. And I opted for Shillong because Shillong is one of the only IIMs which focuses on the holistic development of an individual. In the sense, they really value your extracurriculars as well as your co-curricular activities and not just your academics. It was pretty evident in the interview itself. So I think that after these 3 years of BBA, the BBA course, I think that I wouldn't just be coming out of IIM Shillong academically inclined, but also as a well-rounded individual.
Fantastic. So all three of you had different reasons to join IIM Shillong. Last but not the least, Siddharth, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. My name is Siddharth Agrawal, and I've done my schooling from Vadodara, Gujarat. In 10th standard, I scored 96%, and in 12th standard, I had commerce and with mathematics, and I was a school stream topper, and I again scored 96% in class 12. My hobbies include playing cricket, playing chess, and playing basketball. Um, and the IIMs, like I had a call from IIM Indore. Uh, I had a call from all the IIMs, but I could convert Shillong, Rohtak, and Bodhgaya only. So now for my reason to choose Shillong was basically it was very simple that I went with the elimination method. So basically after Indore, my only like genuine option was Shillong. It's not that like so I think the brand value that I am Shillong gives and the tag that the black ice tag that actually matters a lot to me. That was the initial reason, but then when I looked at the structure, like my friend said, the multiple exit options and the fourth year that part. So I think that overall I made a good decision.
I'm sure you all indeed have made a good decision because cracking an IIM itself at this age is huge. Okay. I am sure all of you who have been dreaming for a year and above, okay, right now, where you guys are living your dream. Okay. Tell me something. It's 3 months, 3.5 months, this whole, you know, process started, your session started, first semester started. Okay. Based on your 3 months experience, tell me, I think this is what exactly students would want to hear. Who is this program different from any other UG program you compare with? I'm sure you would have your friends who are studying, you must be connecting with them. How is this different from any other UG program? Let me address this particular question to Arnav.
Sure, ma'am. So one thing that I would like to say, and it's something that our professors keep reinforcing on us, is that IIM Shillong, every other college today, not every other, but most IIMs today are offering the IPM program. But IIM Shillong is a program where they are actively seeking to build a brand for IPM, so that maybe some years down the line, uh, it will be people, when recruiters are coming to the college, they will say, okay, don't give me the PGP people, give me the IPM people. That is the kind of brand that the college is looking to build today, and absolutely no other college in the country is looking to do that currently right now.
Okay. So that's how it makes it different. So basically, the focus on the theory and the practicality in terms of how you can use your theory in the practical life is a lot more. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Anyone who would like to add anything to that, or you all agree to what Arnav has said?
I would like to add something.
Go
Uh,
ahead.
the thing is that uh, the professors and the entire environment here that they've created is very inclusive. So, like in our first year, everyone has been given a POP, that is, I don't remember the exact word. It's the position of responsibility. I think POR. So
Okay.
like that gives a basic like exposure to us, and also we are encouraged to participate in case comps and other things right from the first year. And I think in other IPM programs that is something that the students have to do on their own, but here they are like evidently trying that we do these things like from a very young age, so that we get that advantage of being in an IM from our first UG year. I think this also creates a difference. And like for me, I like to play sports a lot. So the sports facilities here are also good. And I think IIM Shillong participates in different like inter IIM tournaments. There are different tournaments for cricket, football, like multiple sports. They're even having our golf classes. So where other will you get the opportunity to play golf? So I think yeah, this also counts.
However, there is still one question which I'm sure students would want to ask. And this is basically the outcome. Okay. What kind of students should opt for this program? Or who should opt for this program?
So firstly would be that IIM Shillong has a criteria for its IPM process, that it would be firstly the person who are coming here should have maths or statistics in their class 11th and 12th. So it would be very important for the students to focus on that. Secondly, would be the people who are interested in holistic development. As here in Shillong, there is no particularly that we are only focusing on finance or marketing. It is a development of all subjects. Like we will be given electives. Like we have 12 classes, and then we have to select that out of 12, what classes we have to take. Four of finance I am taking, three of marketing I am taking, two of HR. So that will create a surrounding or any chance like how I like to study. So that would be first thing. The person who wants to know the culture here, because entrepreneurship in IIM Shillong is a plays a very big role. Arnav said that incubation center here and the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Research Center here uh, provide us very big opportunities to do their startup. So it is related to that.
Lovely. I think it's very interesting. Anyone who would like to add anything to that?
Basically, ma'am, and this goes for many IPM programs, but considering how strong IPM Shillong is and how strong it is becoming, it gets even more reinforced over here. First of all, for an IPM program, you get a huge safety backup, and over here of the obviously of the MBA, and over Shillong, it gets doubled because you get to attempt, like if you want to, you can attempt CAT 2 times instead of once. Second of all, anyone who's actively looking and he feels that okay, I want to have a startup of my own one day, this is genuinely the best college for them, because no other college is going to offer you that you can get after your third year you can work on your own startup, or you can work maybe in a startup for some time. No other college is going to offer you that. So I think that is something that students could really go after if they're interested.
I mean, adding on to that, the network that you build over here is amazing because the alumni network of IIM Shillong is very diverse and wide-ranging. So, and the alumni is always ready to help. And whatever idea or whatever, suppose you have a startup or whatever, if you need any advice, the professors here are very experienced. Almost all of them are PhD holders, and like all of the professors here are very experienced, and they give you a great deal of expertise when regarding their own fields of subjects and other fields as well. So I think that whether you're gonna start your own startup or whether you're gonna go into corporate, you'll always have a good network of people where you can take advice from, or people who you'd want to learn from, and good mentors as well.
Like we have different sessions with I think I remember that we had on one particular day we had a session with 3 or 4 different CEOs. Like they were there in the auditorium, how their journey started, and like they also started from scratch. So how they gradually built that up. So like adding on to that networking part, not just the alumni, but like you get to interact with many successful people from the industry as well. So that is also one more point.
You know what exactly is making me very happy about the fact that it's been 3.5 months you guys have joined. But in this 3.5 months, I can see you guys understanding the value of, having an incubation center, having a peer group, having connections, having, the faculty, which is, a visiting faculty, having a CEO standing up on the dais and speaking to you and sharing your experiences. And it is really nice to see that right now you guys understand the value of it, which possibly a year back was an alien thing completely to you. So, yes, 3 months I can see have kind of changed you all a lot. But with what Mantavya said, I have my following question to all of you. Okay. Rishwant, if you can take up this particular question, what subjects have you, or what subjects are covered by IIM Shillong in the first year?
Okay. So we have 8 subjects totally. We have business economics, managerial accounting, business accounting for managers. Then we have fundamentals of management, principles of marketing. Then we have business mathematics. Then we have Indian management, communication lab, and the practice of yoga. So basically, the business mathematics, it's very quant focused and basic, and this is a very unique type of subject because our course outline is designed in such a way that whatever maths you're learning, you're able to apply it to your to a manager in a managerial perspective. For example, if you're learning about vector spaces, we also learn how to apply it in the managerial perspective, and also so that's the business mathematics subject, and the principles of marketing and fundamentals of management. Uh, Not only they don't just give us a theory, they don't give a theory subject, but it's kind of like it also applies to the real world. It's they give a lot of practical learning as well, and we have something called tutorial classes, wherein whatever theory we learn in our actual subject, in the main subject, we try to apply it in the real world circumstances. So we find case studies. So yeah, and also it's not just that we have main core theory subjects, but we also have subjects which ensure our holistic development. For example, we have Indian management, which teaches us values and ethics and how to like pursue management through an Indian perspective. And we basically study the older civilization and how our our ancestors used to manage their enterprises and kingdoms. And yeah, and also we have practice of yoga, and basically it turns us into a well-rounded individual in the first year itself.
Lovely. And they're kind of covering all the possible subjects which are important for a personality development per se, in terms of skill development per se, where you said that the position of responsibility, Siddharth mentioned about it, the POR, okay, where it is actually kind of encouraging you guys to be in the leadership role, to take more responsibility. Lovely. It brings me back to the next question, which is the teaching style of, of the faculty or of the IIM, of the IIM. Every institute, every university, every college has a certain teaching style. They believe in a certain kind of a delivery of the program or the pedagogy. What I want to understand is what exactly is the teaching style for IIM Shillong for their IPM program. I want to start with you, Mantavya.
Ma'am, when a teacher comes to class, he doesn't comes with something that only I have to teach a project or any topic to the students. It is like there should be one-to-one discussion with the students. So, as our teacher for fundamental of management, gives so many case studies in the class that we understand the topic thoroughly, and we also write these topics in our midterms or any other papers or in case competitions. As if I give example of our marketing teacher, there was one doubt in every for a few people in the class, and he was not able to understand it. So for only one session of 30 minutes, he made us do some activity which was related to marketing strategies. Because of that, with the joyous nature of the class, everybody was able to understand the topic as well as implement it. Got to know that how it is implemented in the real world as well, how they could understand it as well. It is not the teaching perspective, it is also that they are learning everything.
That for each subject we have a group project or an individual project as well. So for example, in mathematics we have to use our vector spaces like the pedagogy, and then use it in the like real life situation. So for example, my topic is of aviation project. So how like on in the Guwahati airport, different uh like how to manage people, the waiting line, queuing theory. So I have to apply all of this through the teachings that I have learned in the class. So like that is the practical application that the professors also focus on, and this is
And
for all the
if I could
subjects.
add on to that,
Go
um,
ahead.
actually, I mean, our teachers and our faculty, they give us a conducive environment to participate in many more external events, for example, case competitions. And there are a few case competitions which even IIM Shillong conducts. And like me personally, I've participated in 3 or 4 of these case competitions already. And I can say that they offer a really good exposure to the industry, and they push you to learn a lot of things. For example, the finance club of IIM Shillong Niveshak, they invited articles from everyone to publish in their monthly newsletter. And me and my friend, we wrote an article about the future of AI in finance, and it got published in the monthly newsletter. And I think that not just this, and many other case competitions that we've done, they have pushed us to learn things which we would not normally learn in a college. For example, we did a financial analysis for company Radico Kaitan. And in that, we had to do a detailed DCF analysis, and we had to do a financial analysis, competitive benchmarking, relative valuation. And these are so many terms which may sound foreign to a lot of people at our age. But the kind of environment that IIM Shillong creates gives a conducive environment for us to learn many new things, which we would not normally learn under normal circumstances.
With what you said, what I could understand is the faculty is actually, it was my next question, which is how approachable is the faculty? But with the way you have been speaking about the faculty, it is very clear that the faculty is approachable. Okay. I wanted to ask about, do you have visiting faculty? You guys very clearly mentioned about the CEOs who are coming and taking the lectures for you all. I wanted to talk and ask specifically about the project and presentations. You guys very clearly mentioned it is a part of it. But there's something which is very important in an academic environment, which is the grading. Okay. Uh, and eventually that kind of makes, because it's a competitive environment, everybody is an IIM, everybody is 1920 to each other. Okay. Tell me something. Arnav, this question would be for you. How is the grading system and how easily you are able to cope up with it?
First of all, I would like to say that you're an IIM, so nothing is really easy for you. It doesn't get handed down to you at any point of time. The grading system is a relative system, which means that I would be graded against the top scorer of the batch. towards the worst scorer of the batch. And it's not an absolute system where if you're scoring 90 out of 100, you're going to get an A grade automatically. Over here, you may score 90 out of 100, but if everyone else is scoring 91, you'll still end up with a B minus or a C. Okay, so this is what a relative grading system talks about. Second of all, you talked about how easy it is to cope up with. Obviously, it's not easy, first of all, but then again, no one here is really looking for anything easy. Everyone who comes to this college has cracked the exam and they've come here with the kind of perspective that they're going to come here and they are going to do well here as well. No one comes with the perspective that they're going to come here, they're going to get complacent, um, and maybe just let others do the work for them. It doesn't work that way. The kind of peer learning that we have from each other and the way we push each other to like excel within ourselves. So that kind of makes up for a huge part of this batch.
Lovely. But there's something which is important when it comes to, see, when you get into a college, you definitely, academics plays a very important role. And for parents, that is something which is extremely important. That is the reason why I wanted to kind of take it at the first point and kind of clear it and move it out of the way. Now, let's talk about the campus life. All right. In your campus, firstly, all the students and the parents who would be kind of looking at this particular session, I think one thing which a student would want to understand is ladkiyan nahi hai kya? Because a lot of my sessions have boys representing. So let's understand what is the gender ratio. Uh, Rishwant, what exactly is the gender ratio in the class? Out of 46 students, what is the gender ratio looking like?
We have 32 boys and 14 girls. So the gender
Okay.
ratio is close to 16:7. 16:7.
All right. Okay.
A little bit over half, 50%. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. And how exactly is the attendance aspect is looking like? IIM hai. I'm not expecting they would be very lenient though. But Siddharth, what exactly the percentage of attendance we are looking at here?
Ma'am, so we have a mandatory 80% attendance. So for 4 credit courses, we have 40 classes, and for 2 credit courses, we have 20 classes. So for 40 classes, and as Rishwan said, we have tutorial classes and normal classes. So now, for 40 classes one, we can totally leave 8 classes, and for 20, we can leave 4 classes. And the ratio also remains the same for tutorial and the normal classes.
There is a very strict timing policy. In the sense, you have to be extremely punctual. If you're even
Oh,
1 minute late, if you're even 1 minute late, you're not allowed inside the class. And that is good, I feel, because as managers, you have to be punctual. You have to be there. You have to be in the session 10 minutes before class so that you can go over the notes or go over what's going to be covered in the next class, right? So IIM Shillong really enforces punctuality. And the thing is, you're forced to be punctual because if you are not allowed inside the class, you won't get your attendance, right? So as a result, you're forced to be punctual, and they inculcate that sense of punctuality within you. Even if you're not a punctual individual, you'll become a punctual individual within 1 year. So that's good.
yes. And if they are creating future leaders, they might as well create somebody who understand the discipline. Okay. Okay. Now, Adnan, this question is for you. When it comes to the campus is concerned, the campus life is concerned, how rigorous is the program? Do you get time to kind of breathe, or it's something which is there's something going on all the time?
Well, there's a little bit of both actually. While there is something going on at all times, the program in itself, it teaches you to manage all of that and then make out some time for yourself. Okay. So, for example, like everyone here has mentioned, we had we on constantly we have group assignments, projects going on. We have lectures from morning till almost like 9:30 to 4:30, and then for sometimes we even have lectures all the way till 7 p.m. Uh, After that, you have group assignments. You have to do your homework. We have something called as pre-reads and post-reads. So for many lectures, there is something that you have to watch or you have to read before coming to the lecture, and then the post-read, which is that something that you have to do after the lecture. we have homework. Uh, Apart from all that, we also participate in case comps and stuff like that. Uh, and recently we had our midterms as well. So after a point, it does get tough. But then again, when the going gets tough, the
Gets
tough.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, you find a way to cope and make out time for yourself as well.
Lovely. So looks like you guys are on the right track. Okay. But some fun questions I wanted to ask you, something which kind of is important when it comes to a college is concerned, when it comes to institute is concerned. Okay. Uh, Most importantly, it's a residential program. Is there a dress code?
So, ma'am, firstly would be that for the dress code, if we are attending the classes, so we have to be a mid-mature. So we don't can't go in a lower or anything like that. So we have to be a little bit formal. We can wear t-shirts or jeans or any track pants. Regardless of that, also have a library. So for library, there is something that we can't go in normal clothes. We have to wear jeans or collar t-shirts. Regarding that, in classes, no teacher is such strict about the code of dressing sense. But if you are not behaving well and you are dressed well, you will not be allowed to sit in the class. For that, it is not that serious in this campus.
Lovely. So that's
And
where you are
that being
representing.
said, that being said, some colleges they tell you that you have to only wear formals and a tie and like that. It's not as strict as that. You can wear like whatever shirts that we're wearing, whatever shirts I'm wearing, or whatever shirts Siddharth is wearing. You can wear that to class as long as it's decent and as long as it's presentable.
Okay.
It's not that strict.
Okay. So eventually, what they're looking out for is discipline. Okay. That's what exactly they're trying to inculcate in you. So my next question to is Mantavi again to you. What are the clubs, the active clubs and communities which IIM Shillong has?
Okay, ma'am. So IIM Shillong has various clubs, which is 22 in total. So it relates to firstly are the domain clubs, which are related to any subject, which are can be marketing, finance, HR. So firstly, the things which do is firstly would be the Nivesha Club, that is finance club of IIM Shillong. That does is that there are stock buying option competitions here. The students have to go there, buy a stock within 1 hour, and they will value the stock for 10 days. Whichever stock has the highest value within 1 lakh rupees, go to the next round. So this is for Niveshak. As well as that, there are many clubs like photography. So there are competitions like that. For IPM batch, for the first year we have is other clubs and committees. There are 5 coordinators, which are dance and drama, sports, class representative, and sensitivity champion. Another, the students who are not participating in that, they are in weeks. For example, I am in sport week. Because of that, there will be a week in a particular semester where our 4 members of that week have to organize sports events throughout the week, which can be between inter batch also or inter college also. So because of that, it would be very good for us. So clubs and committees are very good here.
And I
Fantastic.
also like to add on to what Mantavya said. So he mentioned that in the Nivesha Club, the Finance Club, and all these different clubs, they organize events like stock auctions and maybe your HR case competitions and stuff like that. So I was actually part of the stock auction. So basically, how the event went was that first everyone would be invited to take up a quiz, which consists of 25 questions in 7 minutes. Right, so you can't use ChatGPT for your answers because you're in a time crunch, right? So in that, me and my partner Aryaman, we were the only batch from IPM to qualify, and the rest all we were competing with PGP people.
PGP. Okay.
Yeah. So we went for the stock auction, which was held in the NAB, the new academic block. And basically, how it worked was that they would give a stock list. They gave a stock list 4 days prior to the event, and we had to choose which stocks we would buy. We had to choose a portfolio of 10 stocks, in which we could choose stocks as well as commodities, and we could buy the stocks as well as short the stocks. And we could so basically it would be tracked after buying the stocks. We would They would track it for 10 trading days, and the portfolio with the highest returns would win the event. And basically, we went to the stock auction with the intention of buying few stocks, and it was like an auctioning process. So our team name was Apex Assets, and we used this thing, right? So we had to raise it like this and call for a bid, right? And I think that was a
Interesting.
really fun experience because we were part of a bidding contest, and after bidding, we'd buy the stock and hold it, right? So that is a very interesting experience, and I think that there'd definitely be many more events like this to come. And yeah,
Lovely. Lovely. Well, now let me ask something which is, more on the safety front. And I'm sure parents have this particular question. Okay. IIM Shillong, so that this one would be for you. How safe it is? Are you guys finding it safe there? Because this is the first thing which any parent would really want to kind of know about the institute, about the college.
Yes, ma'am. So firstly, I think it's the rules that they make is they are not very rigid. They are molded as per our like convenience. So like for example, there was a night curfew of 10 p.m. initially. Then they made it 11 p.m. Now they've made it 12 a.m. So the thing is like 12 a.m. for our mid-sem. So the thing is, as and as we want some certain things, they provide us that. And as far the safety is concerned, so the campus it's very huge, but there is security throughout the campus, and we're not allowed outside the campus after 6 p.m. So we have to come back to the campus before 6 p.m. Uh, and also the entire system, like not just in IIM Shillong, in Shillong only, there is no like casteism. So like for example, the cleaner that comes to clean my room, so they can sit on my bed, they can use my washroom, and like the our seniors told us that you should not mind this because that's not in the culture of Shillong only. So it's very very chill, and the bhaiyas and didis, we call them Ba and Kong. They are also very very humble, very chill. So yeah, it's perfectly fine.
I would
adding
Okay.
on to
also like
this,
to add on to this that if we want to go outside the campus, it would be like that we have to go by a taxi. But if we are not able to do it because we are not feeling safe, which is not a big problem because everyone here is very good, as Siddharth said. There is also a bus facility at every Saturday, Wednesday and Saturday from Shillong to the Police Bazaar, which is the main bazaar here, that goes from 11 p.m. and returns back till 7:30 or 8. We are allowed in that bus. So we can go, do our work, and come back. So the drivers which take us are the bus operators here only. They are trust. We have trust in them. And also, IIM Shillong has provided us some uh, numbers of the cab drivers. So if we are not feeling safe or any parents or students are coming for the first time, they would be easily able to get the cab to this campus.
That's
well,
good.
and adding on to that, IIM Shillong, like the institute, they take us to many various different competitions and various different events whenever something comes. For example, as I think Arnav told, or Siddharth told, there is an inter IIM tournament coming up, which is organized by IIM Bangalore, right? And that tournament is going to be held on 14th, 15th, and 16th, right? So actually, we have to leave to Bangalore. A few people have been selected from IPM batch, few including me and four other people have been selected from the IPM batch, and we're actually leaving to Bangalore tomorrow or tonight at 2 a.m. Right? So we get to like so IIM Shillong, they take us to different events and we get to experience so many different so many different phenomena, and like whether it be it in the field of sports or be it in this field of case competitions and stuff. So if you get selected for a case competition, the institute will take you to wherever the college is or wherever the workspace is where you're going to have the finals. So things like this keep coming up, and it gives you a great view of how things happen. Because I'm me and the other people will be playing with the PGP batch, right? So it not only gives you a chance to go to IIM Bangalore and play sports, but also it gives you a chance to network with everyone there. So a
Okay.
lot of great opportunities provided at IIM Shillong.
And ma'am, as far
Definitely.
seniors are concerned, like you talked about the safety point of view. So with the seniors also, like the like traditionally there might be animosity between the two, but I personally haven't faced anything. So the seniors are also very helpful. They guide us in and out. And yes, ma'am. And sometimes when we walk at night, the faculty with their children, because they also live here only, they are also walking. So they meet us at night as well. So the safety is not an issue.
Safety is definitely not an issue. Great. I think we covered everything, almost everything, but there's one thing which I am sure is not, it's definitely not carved, it's not really kind of uh, decided. It's about the placements and the internships, because that eventually is the major, decision factor before any parent or student lock in for their future with a institute. But I'm sure with when you joined, there would be some guideline which would be provided to you. Okay. So, Rishwant, if you would like to possibly explain to us, or any of you who have any knowledge about the internships which you guys would be taking in this, in this IPM program, has any information been provided to you all?
Yes, ma'am. So there was prior information provided to us. So basically, if you look at the course outline, I think in the IIM Shillong website also it would be visible. In the first year, you have to do a social internship at the end of the year. So
Right.
this would not be provided by the institute. You'd have to do it by yourself, but you get credits for the same. And
Okay.
the social internship. And then in the second year, the second and third year, you have to do an industry internship, right? Wherein I think for 1 or 2 months you have to do an internship and you'll be provided credits for the same. And the best part about this is the industry will offer you the internship. So there'll be companies coming to Shillong, IIM Shillong, and they'll be taking your interviews, and all 46 people in the batch will get an internship because the internship is mandatory. You get credits on the same, so you have to do an internship, right? So there is no risk of not getting an internship. And since the companies are coming to IIM Shillong, they'd be really reputed companies. And I think that doing an internship from any of those companies would get you a great industry level experience, and you'd be able to learn experientially. And also,
And
adding on to that, in the fourth year, you have I mean, that's the MBA first year. You have an opportunity to do an apprenticeship, which is again provided by the internships. There are three options in the MBA first year. You can either, so because the reason you can do an apprenticeship is because all the portions which you will originally learn in the MBA first year will already be covered in the third year and second year. So by the third year, by the time you complete the third year, you'd have the knowledge of an MBA first year. So as a result, you don't have to sit for your classes in your MBA first year. You can choose different electives. That's one. You can do an apprenticeship for close to 9 months or 1 year, which is provided by the institute. Or you can go abroad and you can be part of the exchange programs, that the international exchange programs that the institute offers. So these giving these three opportunities, the institute is very flexible in these terms.
lovely. So internship as well is kind of very, very nicely crafted for all of you. Rishwant, you just mentioned about electives. Okay. Now, that is something I think we have kind of missed on covering. Anybody who can shed light on the electives which are offered by IIM Shillong?
The thing is, in IIM Shillong, we don't in the MBA, we don't have a specialization, as some of the people mentioned before. We don't have an MBA in finance, we don't have an MBA in HR, right? We have an MBA degree, and we can take whatever electives that we want to. So we can, for example, the electives, I don't think we have any electives in the first year or second year because the course outline is prepared in such a way that we have exposure to all the different subjects, right? But if you want to concentrate on one single subject in your MBA first year, second year, you can choose whatever electives that you want to. I think there are 12 electives that you can, 12 subjects that you have to take. And I was talking to one of the seniors, and the electives you can choose in a bidding process. So basically, you'll be given a number of point, some amount of points, and then you'll be bidding for whatever elective course that you want to take. And based on that, whatever you show interest for, you can take those electives. And you have electives which specialize in the field of finance, HR, marketing, and many other fields, Indian management also. So lot of different fields, and you'll get an exposure. So you won't just be, if you want to do a mix of finance and HR, you can do that. Usually, many colleges you can only do an MBA in finance, and you'll be specialized only in that field of finance. But in this program, you can do a mix of finance and HR, finance and marketing, HR and marketing, and stuff like that. So that makes sure that you are a jack of all trades, and that's very important in today's day and age, because
Absolutely.
being specialized in only one realm of human endeavor, it would put your job at high risk. If your job becomes redundant, then you would have to turn to other jobs, and if you don't have any other skills, then it would be adversely affecting your career, right? So
Absolutely. And that's exactly what is the way ahead. And that's what all the institutes are actually picking up. And that's what the NEP is all about. And I'm glad that you all are actually moving into that direction where you are becoming master of all. And would you like to add anything to that?
Yes, actually, one thing I did want to add. Uh, so you asked about the placements. Now, placements isn't something that one should keep as a primary criteria or primary factor while they're selecting a college. But then again, they are very important because eventually that's what you want from a college, right? So talking about IIM Shillong's placements, IIM Shillong has one of the highest placements amongst the IIMs. If you see the average CTC, I think it comes to around 26.5. And if you see the median, it comes to around 25, 26, around those numbers. When you compare it to most of the other IIMs or any other college which is offering that program, even indoors, it can rival those numbers. And apart from Indore, it absolutely beats the numbers for any other IPM program which is out there. That is something that you can't get anywhere else. And similarly, along with the placement numbers, the companies which come to the campus are also brilliant. You have some of the best finance companies coming in. You have some of the best technological tech companies coming in. You have some companies like FedEx, Amazon, every big giants who are coming in for placements. So the kind of industry exposure that you can potentially get through those is huge.
I mean, also adding on to that, you don't necessarily have to get placed through the college. Even if you participate in few of the case competitions that I was talking about earlier, you can participate in few case competitions provided by companies, and through that you can get selected. You can get placed in certain companies. So IIM Shillong has actually generated a lot of finalists in case competitions, and a lot of people have been placed due to case competitions, and they've won rewards from the case competitions. So yeah, that's one of the good aspects about it. And also, there's a Casonics team, which is a club in IIM Shillong, which prepares you for case competitions. So just recently had a session with the Casonics team, wherein they told us mm, how to curate our presentation for different types of case competitions to have a edge over our competition in case competitions. And I think that this is something which you won't see in any other college. So yeah.
It is indeed. And I would completely agree. Yes, Siddharth. Siddharth also has something to say. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Siddharth.
I'm just adding on to Rishwan's point. He was saying about the Kesonics Club. So I remember that there was one senior who, because of participating in case comps, got placed into Microsoft. So a company like Microsoft comes in IIM Shillong, and yeah, companies of that caliber. Yeah.
Lovely. Is there anything uh, which you feel we have not covered and which really need to be mentioned?
The facilities in IIM Shillong we have to talk about, because the facilities, we have state of the art facilities in IIM Shillong. Whether it's the academic facilities, for example, in every classroom you have the classrooms aren't like your school classrooms. They're like actual proper lecture halls, which are air conditioned, and you have giant screens where the teacher takes your classes. And apart from the academic facilities, you also have great recreation facilities. You have a great gym, a very big gym, and you have basketball courts, you have a tennis court, you have a football field, and many other sports facilities you have. And I feel that that also encourages, a holistic development of the individual. And yeah, it just gives a nice environment for you. For me personally, when I feel stressed with the pressure of work or whatever, pressure of the studies, work, or whatever case competitions I'm enrolled in, I just like to go and play basketball, and it takes the stress off. And I feel that that's very important. And yeah, IIM Shillong provides a conducive environment for that.
Adding on to
Okay.
Rishwant's point, the scenery of IIM Shillong, if you see on the photos on Google, it would be very nice. Sometimes it is also known as the clouds in campus. That is actually true. When we come out of our room, we only see fog everywhere, and we aren't able to see the lights as well, the street lamps. That also provides us encouragement that we are at a good place, and we should do everything to become a good student as well and become a holistic. And can I start? Hmm. So, ma'am, adding on to Vishwan's point, the location here, Shillong, is very cold, and also the scenery here present is very good. So, when we sometimes come out of our classrooms, we get to see that clouds are come down, and we aren't able to see the street lights which are just in front of us of 5 meters. That gives us encouragement to study as well and play sports. And if we go to library, the surroundings there is very peaceful and quiet. So if anyone wants to study there, can also study there as well.
And
Lovely.
I'd like to share a funny story,
Go
because
ahead.
thing is, it's a very short one, but we had basketball practice for the Inter IIM tournament, and there was there one day we had practice, and the captain suddenly told that the practice was cancelled, and I was thinking, why is the practice cancelled? And this was the first time I've played sports before, but this was the first time that my practice had gotten cancelled because there was a cloud in the basketball court. So there was a cloud in the basketball court, and it was just there, and we couldn't see anything. So because we couldn't see anything in the basketball court, the practice got cancelled. And then after the cloud went away, he's like, the practice is back on. You guys can come to the basketball court. So yeah, this is something funny. You can, like, sometimes when we go outside, like on our balconies, we have balconies, and when we go outside, we can just see clouds coming into our rooms. So it's a surreal experience to like when we're experiencing something like that. It's just surreal. Yeah.
And
It
ma'am, when
is.
I was choosing when I was about to join IIM Shillong, so I was looking through the pictures online, and I talked to one senior that the scenery here is so beautiful and all. It looks so good in photos, and he was like, yeah, it looks good in photos, but in real life it's 100 times prettier. And I'm feeling that. So like everything that you can see now is actually a scenery, and like Arnav is a photographer. I just keep seeing him taking photos every time. So like he's never off his camera. So yeah.
And not
Lovely.
just that, the air quality index here is like really good. It's like sometimes the AQI here goes to 6. So compared to, cities like Delhi and stuff like that, it would like, and also your lungs expand because you're at a higher altitude. So it's really nice. Like, it's a very nice experience.
Lovely. Anybody who wants to add more? Something which we have missed.
Uh, One thing is there, the sunrise over here happens at 4:30 a.m. So
Morning.
many a times, yeah, you'll be studying through the night, and then suddenly the sun rises and you'll be up and you won't have the energy to sleep again.
So even sunsets must be early,
Yeah,
right?
even sunset happens at around 4:35. By 5:30, it becomes completely dark.
Just one thing I want to kind of mention, whoever have reached up till here, okay, uh, uh, I'm sure you must have seen the complete episode and you know the reasons for joining IIM Shillong. So if you are a student who's looking out for a good placement, if you're looking at, a good program delivery where entrepreneurship, leadership, understanding the content is something which is your passion or you're really looking forward for that. If you're looking out for an approachable faculty, if you're looking out for a very competitive, however, very friendly peer group, if you're looking out for an institute which is offering you not only support, but it is also offering you a safe place to kind of to grow and, nurture yourself, IIM Shillong definitely is the place you should consider, when you are making your application strategy list. And I think beyond that, whatever you get comes as a perk where uh, it's just the cloud which is stopping the basketball practice. The AQIs goes as low as 6, and the overall campus itself looks like looks like straight out of the movie. Okay. If this excites you, then ensure you guys are keeping IIM Shillong in one of your list for the application strategy. And with this, I want to thank you, Arnav, Mantavya, Siddharth, and Rishwant. You guys have been really sweet. Thank you so much for doing this with me. And we will be connecting again, because I am sure it's just 3.5 months with the first semester off. I would like to connect with you again to understand what the experience looks like. I am 100% certain it will be good, but mapping the journey for our students who are aspiring IIM Shillong. Okay, with this, we would sign off. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you have any questions, please comment in the comment section. I am sure any of our boys would be more than happy to answer them. Okay, bye-bye. All the best.